opportunities to follow up with you on this after we could get some information about your various programs. Sure. All right? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We haven't given you much time, Dr. Harris, but if you're ready, you're up next.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have one just quick question, and it's just out of curiosity. I don't know if you know, but CMS issued a rule last year that would, in effect, eliminate the use of Medicaid funding at the state level for sheltered workshops. These workshops, which I have in my district, provide jobs for people who likely would not otherwise be able to work. It allows them to socialize with other individuals similar to them in the community more broadly. This is an important issue for the disabled in my district. I just want to ask, were you, as one of the lead departments that actually does work with the disabled, were you consulted by CMS prior to the rule being issued?
Yes, sir, we were. We worked with CMS as they work on.
And did you agree with that rule? You think they really should remove the funding from these sheltered workshops?
The purpose of the rule and our kind of participation as they were developing the rule is to look at evaluating the experience of a person who's receiving Medicaid funding so that they have an integrated community-based experience. And that is really the goal of the rule. It's not specifically directed at shelter workshops, but how does someone complete community integration? Okay. And then the states are given both the challenge to make those assessments and time to make changes to their systems. So it's still primarily a Medicaid conversation, but we were involved in the conversation. Okay,
all I can tell you is, the sheltered workshops in my district are worried about it. I mean, I think they do a great job for the communities, and I'm a little concerned that that they came up with that. Anyway, look, my other question is, while I'm glad to see that SSA is extending the field office hours by 1 hour, 4 days a week, the wait time for an appointment at a field office is still unacceptably long. If the majority of the public were able to go online for SSA basic services, the local office staff could focus on serving those who are unable to access online services or whose needs are more complex, many of whom are in the disabled and aging communities. Now, I know that SSA has recently taken steps to make some of its services available online. While the availability of information is crucial to the public, the accessibility of the majority of SSA services is what will really drive the public's use of your website. So with the $664 million increase requested for LAE, could you outline SSA's plan for FY16 to better exploit technology to make greater service automation for the public possible? And a related question, to what degree do you make public announcements about the availability of SSA's online services so as to encourage wider use?
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Thank you, Dr. Harris. We are very pleased with the progress that we've made with online services. Today, about 50% of our claims are, in fact, taken online, both retirement and disability. We also have our earnings statement now online. We also have a My Social Security account, so that individuals working, paying into the system, they don't have to be retired, can go online and get information about their benefit. They can change their address or other types of information. In 2015 and 16, we're going to be increasing additional services online. We're going to be putting a Social Security replacement card online. We have to do that carefully. I heard some of your colleagues concerned about security, so we have to make sure that that's in place. We already have put on the 1099 online so that individuals can get that information, do their financial planning. We are also increasing a number of the other types of services that we will have available, both for the customer as well as improving some of the systems inside that will make it easier. We do see that this will help us to reduce the traffic into the field office. But we recognize that not all of our American public feel comfortable online, and some of them really need personal service. So what we hope is that as we're able to move more traffic out of the field offices onto online, that will then give the people in the field the opportunity to serve people more rapidly and give them a little bit more personal attention, which we're not able to do now simply because of the shortage of staff. With our 15 appropriation, and we're so appreciative of that, that has allowed us to hire people, but it's going to take us time to train them. It takes us about a year to get them proficient to be able to do work on their own. And so we are hopeful that 16 will allow us to continue to do those things that I just talked about.
What about the service kiosk pilot? Do you think that'll be successful?
Well, we certainly hope so. We're piloting it. We're getting good reviews so far. I'm hoping we can get something in the district so that some of your staff can come out and take a look at it. We found that both the video conferencing, where particularly in the remote areas where we still wanted to do face-to-face, there was some initial apprehension, but I said to the constituents, do you watch TV? It's just like that, except that the person in the screen talks back to you, and there's been great satisfaction with the video conferencing. With the pilot that you're talking about, this will allow a little bit more self-servicing, and we have 5 that we have placed in various areas to test that out. But we're very excited, so we thank you.
Good to see you again. Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Chairman. I yield back.